Afternoon, it's Rachel here, and I thought we would just start preparing one of these journals just to show you how I'm going to go about it. I have my old worm attacked book. It's I might glue that. It's not particularly beautiful. I mean, I have done some journals. I've got quite a few of these. I have done journals with just this cover. It didn't have a big spine or anything, so I thought what I would do, that's the front. Doesn't really matter because it's all going to be covered, but that is going to glue on there, and then I'm going to glue this one here, and I'm going to do 3 signatures, but I'm not going to exaggerate with the number of pages, because I did notice when I did my own Christmas journal, it's going to have a soft spine, that it does bulk up a lot because you put photographs in and all kinds of fun things, so it does bulk up. So what I'm going to do is just glue these, and then we're going to strengthen it and then decorate inside. I've already divided my my pages into groupings, so but I think I've put too many pages because I don't want to do like the huge signatures. I want to do little ones, so probably normally I put about 8 or 9 pages in, I think, you know, mixed between digitals and original papers, but I think I'm going to put a little bit less in each signature. Maybe enough for 2 Christmases. I don't know. I find it hard. I've got to work it out. So if you do 6 pages, you get 4-page faces, right? Each side, if you count front and back of the page, and then you fold it in half, so you get 4. So 4 times 6 is 24. Yeah, so pretty much you could do half the journal. If we did 6, half the journal would be for one Christmas, and half the journal would be for the next Christmas. That could be good. Or you might, you might use nearly all of it for just one Christmas. Sorry, I need to get another wet one because I used the other one I had out. I've already glued one. I've only got 3 covers completely finished. So we're just going to look at this one, and then I've got the document one. So I'd like to do I'll get the document one glued down as well, I think, today. So that way, at least I've made a start. I know that I've got a bit of pockets, and I mean, I've got lots of tags, so I know I can do I could probably finish a few journals right now. So that's why I want to get these made. But look how gorgeous that is already just glued onto there. And I'm not sad about covering up this old grungy book cover, because as I mentioned, I've also got more, and I've made quite a few journals out of this particular series of books where I didn't cover it all up, because I don't dislike it, but this one was just hanging around and I haven't done anything with it. So it's a little bit cold, so I'm having trouble getting my PVA glue out. Oh yes, I didn't mention that to newbies. I just use white glue, PVA glue, Vinaville. You don't need any fancy schmancy glues. This glue is fabulous. It's a school grade glue. As you can see, it's quite not a thin consistency. Actually, I'll leave it lying down. I probably need to buy some more. And I just smoosh it around with my finger. And it really glues super well. Just make sure you put enough on. Like if you did a really thin layer, it might not be enough. So when I first started making journals, I thought I've told you this before, but there's lots of new people. Hello. I just thought you had to do everything perfect. I was quite stressed when I was first making journals. And I was always super critical of them because they were never perfect. Nothing I do is perfect, guys. And, you know, I actually did quite often feel ashamed even sending them out, thinking, good Lord, what are they? You know, I'm not as good as, I would compare myself to Gail and Wendy and Amity and all my gurus, and just think, oh my gosh, they're just terrible. Why would anyone want one? But, you know, I just let go of all of that and decided just to make them the way I wanted to make them. And I just sort of make it up as I go. And that, I mean, that looks kind of straight to me. And then my next thing is I'm going to use this tape. Now, it's not 100% super sticky, the tape. I mean, it sticks. It's not like that one that you wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zigzag glue up and down and around here. And I've got quite a few layers of fabric there, so I'm not too concerned about it oozing out or anything like that. If it was just one piece of hemp, I'd be more careful. But because I've got lots of layers of fabric there, I'm not overly concerned. I will smush it around here on the edges and maybe a little bit there. And this is just going to help my tape. It's pretty strong tape, but it's not overly sticky. And I do put it in my journals, in the spines. Sorry about the noise. But I do find that it does pop up, but it doesn't matter because then I glue fabric over the top of it. So it's really not a huge issue, but I just thought because these don't have anything in the spine, I'm going to put this here as extra, holding it all together. That's the best way I can describe it to you. But I just think once you know the basics, so you basically need to know, and this is also for Beck who wants to make a journal, you just need to know how to do your 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And then, you know, like then when you do have a lovely book that has a great spine and you don't want to have see your stitches in the spine here, I'm going to stitch into it so it doesn't, I'm going to stitch the signatures into the spine. I just feel like it's just going to make it that more secure over the fabric. So you're going to be able to see the stitches, but I'll just choose a color that I like. Yeah, but if you don't want to cover, you have a beautiful gilded leather spine in great condition, and so you don't want to stitch your signatures in through that spine so you can then see the stitches on the other side. Sometimes it's not so bad. You can get a color that's fairly similar and it's not offensive. Then yes, you need to learn to do a hidden spine, and that did take me a while. I've got lots of tutorials and that in my journal making playlists showing how I do that. That is a bit stressful doing that, but it's not. Once you do a few, it's okay. Mine are not perfect, as I said, but I quite like, I'm quite happy with how they turn out. There we go. So that is all glued down. And now my next job is to decide what papers would I put in here, but I think I'm going to put it aside for a second because I also have this one ready to go. And if you don't mind, I'm going to whiz out into the other room and grab my piece. Just a minute. Well, let me tell you, my whizzing was a failure because I don't know where it's gone. I mean, this is the land of losing things. I lose everything. I don't know where I think I have it in here somewhere, under all the stuff somewhere. Okay, well, we just need to search a minute. You just look at the pretty fabric until I find it. Or otherwise, I'll just have to do one of these other ones. I'd have to do an extra step. Ow! I just stepped myself. Ow, 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 ow. So I had a piece. I had one done. I'm very disappointed in myself. I'll just show you this one too. I've already done this one, and this one's quite big, the spine as well. And that's that piece. Because originally when I designed this piece, I was going to do a wraparound. Then I changed my mind because I had that nice big cover. All right, well, I'm going to do it again. So what I did was I covered, see these big pieces of sort of like, yeah, they're kind of like a ledger. That hurt. Naughty pin. I glued it with that. I mean, it is an absolute mystery to me where that has gone. So I need to now do this one, but I needed to do it anyway, so I can get over it. So what I want to do is, you want to glue things flat. You don't want to glue them folded because they get a lumpy crease when you open it up. So you want it to dry flat. I'm going to tear that. We're not opposed to having the torn look. That's a good piece to use for something. Now that is a mystery. Where has my piece gone? And I think I want to keep that bit. straighten that out. I'm going to glue this, I think, with glue stick, so it's not too wet. So that, and then I just need to see here, I'll use my ruler, I think, otherwise I'll botch it. Do a bodgy job. Okay, and I'm just going to tear that off. As I'm doing this, oh, I see it. No, that's not it. I told a lie. I don't see it. Okay, so this is going to glue on here. Do I have 2 of those ready? I think I've got 2 of them ready. Huh. Oh, oh, oh. Glue. Let's get some glue. I probably have one flying around, but I can't see it. So we're working on the covers. And then the other ones that I'm still stitching, I'll put those together off camera. That'll get me cracking. So to get this process done and get everybody chugging along, these are extra videos. Although, no, I might post this one. I'm just pre-recording, starting to pre-record a little bit because, you know, as you know, in December I'll be going away. So I need to have, you will have your videos throughout December until I come home. I will remove my physical items, although I am taking some stuff to Australia, although I don't really want to be racing to the post office every day. But if I have a lot of stuff left over, I will, you may see it appear, and I will ship it from Australia, just so I don't have to carry it back. Okay. If it's not much, I'll just bring it back. Right, so I need to place this. I'm thinking this is okay. I should have probably turned, that looks all right to me. I'm just going with it. Okay, just a second here. I've got this folded bit. So these are the grungy file folders I include with my, oh, I should have put it up a bit high. It doesn't matter. With my, what's it called? Ephemera packs. I fold them around and they're pretty grungy. But a lot of you lovely ladies have said to me, oh, I would like some of those file folders. And I have, you know, quite a few. So I have to fold them the other way. Otherwise they can't fit in the pack. But it doesn't matter, because once you've covered it and then you're going to cover inside, I think it's a non-issue. I think I might fold this down here like so, and I think that is not necessary. I'm going to rip it off. Could regret my decision. So I think I'll publish this Monday, and I know we were doing all the different pocket series, but I think I'll do that on Friday. That will have gone up before this one anyway, so it's a non-issue. Now, that's not stuck very well, but obviously, because I always leave a corner or corners when I'm gluing. I don't glue them down properly. So I will have to double check and come back and make sure there's a bit of glue there, but not enough. Okay, now most of this is going to be covered now, because I am going to put this on here like so, and that's why I put that paper, because I like the different layers between the stitching and the file folder. Now my issue is this is linen. I don't want my glue oozing through. So what I'm going to do is, I think what I'll do is, because this glues fabric, Giotto glue sticks, and I've been told by one of my English lovely long time, shall we say, in inverted commas, friends and subscribers, Lucy, hi Lucy, that Prit, it does a good job at gluing the fabric. If you're looking for a glue, because I know Giotto is not readily available. It's quite expensive outside of Italy because it's Italian and it has to be imported. So, but Prit, I think, is German. Is that correct? Someone will correct me. And it's pretty good glue. And in fact, I'm going to buy some, because I'm going to keep my mushy Giotto glues for my fabrics. So I'm going to put this on, and then where I need to bring it up. Where I need to, I'm going to go round with the Vinaville or white glue, PVA glue, whatever you want to call it. Now, I know that the linen is wobbly, but did you notice there I didn't really have too many issues with getting it to sit the way I kind of want it to. So what I need to do now is grab my bone folder, and we're just going to flatten it down onto the folder where the glue is. Make sure it's all gluing down. Hello Santa, I love you with your little moustache and fluffy hair. And I forgot to mention to you the other day, I think, that I had done the tree as well, but you may have noticed that yourself without me having to say it. Now I can see all the bits where it's coming up. You do want to glue them down because also I did this on linen, and linen is fray, so it won't fray where it's glued. So we want to make sure we do that. Now this is not glued down very well, so we'll just see if we can get that to go down better. Now there are a lot of stitches in there. There's a chunky wool behind, so it won't go flat, but that's good enough. Now, we'll grab this, and I am, even though that's stuck, see, I can't even pull that off. Now, if I were to go and pull this now, it would literally rip off the paper underneath it as well, because that's how good the glue is. So you don't need fancy glues, note to self. Now you'll notice I'm gluing everything flat, laid out, not folded over. That's because, as I mentioned, you'll get a ridge. You can kind of see where to put your glue. And here you can swoosh along with your wet wipe, whatever you want to call it, and clean off any extra glue that you don't want. Here we had no glue. There we go. Oh, of course, that puffiness that you see there, that's because that's been applied over the top and I didn't put any stitches there. Yeah, that's the easiest way. When your piece of fabric is not the exact size of the substrate or bigger, then it's kind of hard to know where to put your glue. Love the gold. Thanks for that idea, Mum. Love that. And I'll just glue this down. So I think I might have two of these ready to go. I'm going to have a look at the other one in a second. But as I said, I'll glue that one off camera because we don't need to do the same process twice. Okay, and then this won't be glued because I didn't put glue right to the edge. Let's grab this. Now here's a case where I'm going to just dab off, especially if you've got a marbled cover and you need to get some glue off. Dab it. Don't wipe, because in the marble covers it'll take off the color off the marble cover. I've seen it happen. I've done it. I've seen other people do it, and I've done it. So yeah, just making sure it's all good to go. Yep. Okay, so that is glued down. It's looking like it's not. There's probably areas where I didn't get any glue. Just persevere and keep pressing it down. Make sure you want it to stick. And if you were worried, you could then stitch around the edges. As you know, I'm not doing that. Okay, so that is the cover. And then inside, I need to put, I'm probably going to pull out my scrapbooking papers because this is just a piece of old file folder, but I can't do that now because I don't have them here. But inside I'm going to put 2 pieces of file, there's the center, 2 pieces of scrapbooking, Christmas scrapbooking paper, and then a piece of fabric down the center. And then you've got a super strong spine. It's not going to fall apart. So I'll just grab one set of pages. Here we go. These are my pages. Oh, actually, I might choose a different one. Well, it doesn't matter. I've probably got the same things. Same, you know, I probably got that. I just didn't want to see that one straight away, but I probably have it in here anyway. I might switch it out to a different one just so we don't have the same images in. So it's just a mix between all my, oh, there it is. Well, you see how it's the other way? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I might decide to switch it out. So they're my pages. I've got 9 here. I'll put washi tape there. My printer was misbehaving and sucked it in crooked when I did the reverse side, but I will fold those. I'm going to add in old document pages. So I have documents that have lots of pages, so but they're not complete, so I have no problem with ripping those up. And so I'll be putting those pages in. I'll be putting in some of my coloured straw paper, and I'll put in some vintage ephemera bigger pages as well. So it's going to be quite chunky. There'll be a lot. I may remove one of the, I might actually do less digitals. I might only do 6 because I want to add in other pages. So that's going to be that one. We'll leave that one to dry. And I'm going to come back to this one here. And I don't need to use scrapbooking paper because this is a hard cover. And I was thinking what I would like to find is, if you can bear with me one second. Well, first of all, I have some script. Let's see if there's anything here that's really fragile. Like, I would love to put something like that. That's really fragile. I wonder. Or maybe I'll glue that. Like, I could glue that to another page and recuperate that. I think I'll do that. I'll put that there together so I remember. Yeah, so maybe not one of those. Oh, just got to pull the drawer out. Just a minute, guys. Aha. This is what I'm looking for. A lovely title page. That's what I was looking for. Beautiful. See, can't even tear it. It's rag paper. Cannot tear it. Real struggle. So that is going to go on the front. I'll trim it down. That's going to go on the front. And then on the back, let me see what I have in my bag of goodies. Is this the one? Oh, I have some of these printed out. Oh, I have that one. Wait, let me see. I'm not going to put a digital, but oh, I might put something like that and then something down the bottom. That's what I'll do. I don't have very much Christmas scrapbooking paper left. There's not much. So they won't all get them because I don't have much. So then I might put a digital. Just see my other folder, which is here. I might have enough. Just a minute. I think I'm going to do that one like that. Yes, I do. I also have this, although I think I might like that more. Oh, and that fits. That almost fits. Oh, I'm going to put that one on there. Okay, we'll keep that one for collaging because I think that's the last one. Yes, I do have enough. So they'll all get them. The hardcover ones. Right, so I'll glue those on there. And then I'm going to take probably one of my Christmas fabrics and just one of the, like, not Christmas, but maybe one of the background fabrics. And I'm just going to glue that there. And then that is ready to go. Then I can measure and prepare my pages. So then in the next video where we're working on the journals, we'll put together the pages and stitch them in. And then once that's done, you're at a good spot. You're ready to start preparing them. So that's going to be that one. Yep, that's going to be lovely. Now, what I like to do, I know it's plastic, but still, these adhesive pockets that I have left over from making ephemera holders, these are big ones. So because I don't want to cover that up, I'll put one of those on there, or I might put a smaller one. And I find they're lovely because they don't, they're transparent and they don't cover what you don't want to hide. And so then we have this one here as well. So I need to do that one. I'll do that after. But I'm just going to let it dry. This one had some bubbling, so I glued that back down and I tore off the other bits and pieces. I think that's going to be lovely too. Nice big journal. So that, I mean, they're going to have enough in them for 2 Christmases, I think. Unless you're like really prolific and you put a lot of stuff in. And then I have this one ready. So I need to find my other. I know I have a base already ready, so I can glue that one on. Yep, I'm going to glue that one on. I did the French knots that I mentioned I was going to do on there. So I'll find the other piece and glue that down. And then I have one more that I have to do, but I haven't quite finished stitching it. So yeah, so that's the next thing. So that is my video for today. Just getting ready to prepare these journals, a couple of them at least anyway. I'll do some more stitching tonight. So my issue is I get really tired. I think, you know, I do all the things during the day and I think I'll stitch in the night, and then I get tired and I literally, my eyes start to shut while I'm trying to stitch, so I can only do a little bit. So I'm a bit slow. But anyway, as long as once we've got all the things made to go in them, putting them together it doesn't take too long. It's really making the things that are going to go in the journals that take a really long time. So thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing other people's Christmas videos, and have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.